Well, okay, Andrew, what are your top like 5 sports like in the world? Like this random question, but like it made me think of it because how many different jerseys different sports teams have.
Are you talking about like my favorite sports, or like what do you
Yeah,
think, like most athletic or most skilled, or like what
No, your
category?
favorite, like your favorite to watch and enjoy and go to, and
Okay, well, baseball's at the very bottom if that's so. So my favorite to watch or enjoy, I would definitely this is kind of biased, but I'd definitely say football is first, because I've grown up with football all my life. So I'd say football. Low key, kind of an underdog pick, but I'm going hockey with second.
Facts, bro. Hockey is so underrated.
I don't know, something about hockey players on ice skates slamming each other into walls just
it's
a lot of satisfaction. So we're going hockey with second. Okay, between third and fourth is either basketball or soccer or football for Europe.
Football. Yes, football.
But because like soccer has some of the most hype moments of all time, but so does basketball. Like basketball game winners just hit different when you're in a playoff. So I feel like I'm gonna put basketball at third, soccer at fourth, and then my fifth. Low key, I might go with. I don't know. I wanted to say Olympic track at first.
That's bold. I was not expecting Olympic track.
Bro, okay, just hear me out, bro.
No, I know what you mean. I run track, so I understand. But it definitely ain't in my top 5.
Let's see. What is?
It's hard to love something you love and hate at the same time.
Yeah, I get that. What is my fifth? I don't know. That is a great question. Probably, I don't want to say baseball because baseball is boring as.
It's boring on TV, but not in person. I love watching baseball in person. Love it in person.
Yeah, I'll say baseball at fifth. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a respectable list. I think soccer definitely should be up there. I think soccer players are probably the most athletic. Professional, like major league, like Premier League soccer players probably are some of the most athletic people in the world. They literally have to sprint for 90 minutes.
Have you seen those quads?
Bro, have you seen Ronaldo's workouts? He gets up at like 3 a.m. and works out till like 10, and then eats lunch, and then works out till like 7, and then eats dinner, sleeps, repeats. Dude is a machine. Like, I think soccer players are probably some of the most athletic, like, humans to exist.
Facts.
So I big props to soccer players because I played soccer. It's hard. It's hot, bro. You have to stand out there all day. You barely get breaks. If you're a Premier League soccer and you're a starter and you get taken off, it's because you did something wrong. That's how serious it is. Not because you like hurt yourself. Not because you need a water break. It's because you did something wrong. And your coach is pissed at you. So, like Tennessee United, which the travel soccer team I used to play for, bro. I have some horror stories about Tennessee United. Great organization. Great. I'm happy for all the memories and like learning I experienced from there. But like, bro, they made me hate soccer. I used to really like soccer, and I thought it was so fun. I always get to go play soccer with my friends after school, and then I get bullied for missing a goal in a freaking scrimmage. Demoted the team, and it's like, I'm sorry, bro. Hey, dude. Just let me kick the ball. Like, I don't get it. But yeah, anyways.
What's your list?
Okay, so I'll go from 5 up. 5 is going to be... Okay, I'll start from the top up. Number 1 is Formula 1. That's a whole different episode. I won't get into that. Number 1 is Formula 1. Number 2 is football.
Guys, debate. We're going to post it on the podcast Instagram page. You should go follow it. But is Formula 1 considered a sport?
It is. That's a whole episode. Don't even get me started. It is a dub. It is. Whoa! Whoa! It's a sport.
It takes no athletic ability.
Andrew, fighter pilots say it's harder than flying a jet driving a Formula 1 car. Okay?
Who said
Casuals!
that? Who said that?
Formula 1 isn't a sport. A fighter pilot, that's who.
Who said that? Give me the quote.
I don't know the quote. It was in a video. Retired fighter pilot. He was like, this is more challenging than flying, like, for like endurance.
Probably because he hasn't actually raced in an F1 before.
Well, yeah, but he drove the car, and he was
exactly.
like, this is harder than doing the fighter plane for 3 hours.
He's never done it before, so it can't. Of course, it's hard for him. It would be hard for you and I.
Anyways, it won it for me because I'm naturally talented. But okay, Formula One is definitely a sport. If you get more into it, you would understand. I advertise everyone to go watch Drive to Survive on Netflix. It is the best series on Netflix, hands down. It is literally opened my eyes to just like a world I never knew existed. It has opened me up to like literally just so much things. Like I'm into so many different motorsports now. Like, bro, like I'm obsessed. And it literally like it's so the fastest cars in the world. Okay, not the fastest cars, but like the best, most expensive, fastest race cars in the world going at speeds excessive of 200 miles an hour around a corner at like I don't know how many G's, but like a lot of G's.
A lot of G's.
To like if you're
Bro, you don't know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking. I don't know the exact amount of G's. Okay, I don't know the exact amount, Andrew, but like a lot, like if it's enough to where if you don't train your neck muscle, you can literally break your neck.
Wait, isn't Formula One that thing where they race in the Daytona 500?
No, that's IndyCar. IndyCar is basically American Formula One. It's a little bit slower. It's pretty fire though, and you should definitely watch IndyCar. Andrew, you know there's an IndyCar driver from Hendersonville, right? He went to your high school. Yes.
That's cool, I guess. Good for him.
He's literally racing in Nashville in like October, which I'm gonna go see, by the way, probably. Anyways,
oh my god,
my favorite Formula One team is McLaren. My favorite driver is Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo, you will fall in love with Daniel Ricciardo. You will have dreams about Daniel Ricciardo. He's a different breed.
That's enough.
Okay. Anyways, number 2 sport, football. Grew up with it, love it. It's just awesome. Number 3 sport, gotta be baseball, bro. Okay. Wow. Going to baseball is like baseball's probably one of the funnest sports to play with your friends. It's probably one of the best sports to watch in person just for the experience, especially when the other team gets blown out 20-1.
Yeah, I can see how that could be entertaining.
Number 4, God, probably basketball. I was always low-key shit at basketball because I'm short, if anyone didn't know. I'm not that short anymore. I'm like 5'7", 5'8" now, which is still a little bit short, but you get the point. I used to be like 4'1".
For the longest time.
Bro, facts. I was literally like 50 pounds for like 12 years. I swear to God. And I've grown a lot though, and I'm still growing a lot. But in basketball, the number 5 is a tie between boxing and rally. Rally is like Formula One times BMX times what's it called, bro? Mountain biking times motorcycles
biking is considered
times Formula One again. Dude, rally is probably one of the most dangerous sports in the world. There's been more like deaths in rally than any other motorsport ever besides MotoGP, but that's different because it's motorcycles. But like rally cars, bro, they go speeds of 150 miles an hour around a dirt turn where if they miss a mark, they run face first into a tree. And then boxing is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah,
people hit each other. But boxing is it's weird when you like all these sports that like aren't as common. You have to like actually dive into them and like understand the sport to enjoy it. Because to the naked eye, Formula One just seems like going around in a circle. But it's so much more than that. Like, it is so much more than that. And then, to the naked eye, boxing just seems like hitting each other, but it's also so much more than that. Boxing is probably one of the most mental sports besides what actually is the most mental sport? Because I would argue, okay, chess isn't a sport. I don't care if it's a sport. But I think cross country is very mental. Running distance is very mental.
It's also very physical also.
It is, yeah. I mean, I do it, so I should know. Wrestling is very mental. Boxing is very mental. Any sort of 1v1 combat is very mental.
Gladiator fighting.
The Roman gladiator.
The Roman Colosseum.
The Roman Colosseums. Racing is very mental. because if you mess up, if you mess up going 200 miles an hour into a wall, you could literally die. Like,
Yeah,
there's a
probably.
20 there. Okay, it's not anymore, but there's a famous quote by Niki Lauda, who's one of the best racing drivers of all time. He said, "Every time I get in the car, there's a 20% chance I die," which isn't true anymore because it's gotten way safer. But just that, like every single time these guys get in the car, they have to brace themselves. Like, this could be my last moment alive. Like, literally, that's so crazy to me. And then running is just endurance. You're in pain 24/7. You want to kill yourself, but you're like, no, I gotta push through. I gotta go faster. I gotta get the guy ahead of me. Any sort of racing is kind of like that, especially like more physical racing.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, dude. Like, the world of sports is very definitely more mental than people give it
How do
credit
you
for.
feel
Any
about-
sport is. Any sport is.
How do you feel about lacrosse?
Lacrosse is best, bro. I like lacrosse. We have a good lacrosse team here at Signal. We have a good every team except for like football and basketball here at Signal.
They're
And
literally horrendous.
bro, facts. Dude, our football team is in the worst division in the state. The smallest division.
Didn't y'all get demoted to that?
Yes, our football team got demoted. Our cross country team got promoted up 3 divisions. So we're now racing teams 3 times our size, which is fantastic because
And y'all still catching dubs.
I mean, not yet. Season won't start yet, but yeah, hey, we will. Don't worry. Don't fret. We will.
Hey,
But
we got it.
like, this is gonna be the first year in a while that Signal might not win state.
Oh no!
Wow. Just putting that into perspective for cross country. Okay, sport. Cheer is a sport. Cheer is definitely a sport.
Whoa!
Bro,
Wait a minute. We're crossing a line here. Competitive cheer is a sport.
Yes.
School cheer is not.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That is a fact.
That's what I mean.
One of my cheerleader friends told me that. So if that's not enough for you guys, then I don't know what.
Like, yes, y'all be throwing each other up in the air at a high school football game, but
like, what if you drop?
I think
it's not a sport then, it's homicide.
It's not a sport then, it's homicide. Like, it's a sport has to be competing against someone or something. And if you're just doing it in a football game, that's not competing against someone.
Yeah.
Just doing it. So competitive cheer is definitely a thing. Competitive dancing is definitely a thing. Is chess a sport?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Really?
Well, okay, here's the thing, man. You're competing, and it takes a lot of mental capacity to win chess games. I've only won against one person in chess ever.
Mm-hmm. So
he happens to be a very smart kid. Okay, I just want to say that. But I've never won against Josh. So it kind of says something about me. If you don't know who Josh is, y'all don't know who Josh is, but trust me on this one. He's really smart, but
yeah, Josh is probably the most intelligent, dumb person you'll ever meet. Like, shout out Josh if you're watching this. I miss you, bro. But I googled it, and according to the Olympic Committee of committees, it considers chess to be a sport because, like all sports, chess has a defined set of rules and etiquettes. The International Chess Federation serves as the governing body for the sport of chess. It regulates all internal chess competitions. And so yeah, the Olympics verify it as a sport, but they don't verify football as a sport.
Okay.
But they don't. No. I ain't done. They don't identify motorsport as a sport. It has sport in the name.
What?
Yeah, they don't. Okay, if it's not in the Olympics, they do not technically consider it a sport.
But football's not in the Olympics. And
exactly. So
consider it a sport.
No, exactly. I think a sport has to have more than just. I think a sport has to be physical exertion of your body.
Yeah.
And I think chess, yeah, you be moving your fingers. I think competitive Rubik's Cube solving is more a sport than chess. Those dudes actually be zooming. We watched the documentary on it once, and like the last day of school, bro, they literally be solving in like under a second. They'd be like, done. Damn.
Yeah, they be moving, that's just memorizing algorithms. That's not even like.
I know, but it's like it is a physical action. Like, it's more of a physical action than picking up a piece of.
Okay, here's my question. Have you ever seen a chess match where they're like a crowd is sitting around them, and then when they make a move, like that, just you don't see that.
No, I've seen chess movies, and it's literally just all like they're all so quiet.
Wait, chess.
Okay.
Chess
There's a
move.
show on Netflix. It's like about this girl who's really good at chess. It's weird. It's like they move it, and everyone will just go, all right, okay. Wow.
Not no
Interesting.
Mike Breen. Bang!
Yeah. Bang! Noah. Bang! Only the team will get that one. But dude, literally, it's just I think you have to like exert physical energy more than just like picking up a piece and moving it to compete.
I feel like what defines a sport is exertion of physical energy, competing against one person or for something.
Yeah,
that and extreme mental strength as well. But then again, like I could be competing for a water bottle flipping competition for state. And
that's not a sport though. That ain't a sport.
Exactly, but I could call it a sport because it takes physical movement, mental capacity of a rat, but it takes mental capacity, and then you're competing for something or against someone. So
the Oxford Dictionary defines a sport as an athletic activity requiring skill or physical prowess. Skill.
So F1
requires skill.
It's just driving a car.
Bruh, you don't even know. You don't even know.
I'm kidding. I'm just saying this.
Bruh, requiring a normal car requires skill.
Yeah, but that's not a sport. I don't go driving my Toyota Tundra truck down the road to go to McDonald's and say that that's a sport.
Well, I drive my Volvo like it's an F1 car. So
that is not good. And if y'all know where Carter lives, that road that he drives on to get to his house, it's not okay to be going 80 on. It's not okay.
Y'all should see me drive up the mountain when I get off work at like midnight. I literally go like 70 up that.
That is not okay.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Like, I just... okay. I'm looking at sports that shouldn't be considered a sport. And number one is golf, which I don't agree with. I think golf is a sport.
Golf is definitely a sport.
I think. And then 10-pin bowling. I don't even know what that means. I guess that's bowling. I think bowling should be considered a sport because the balls be kind of heavy sometimes. You have to like caress them real nice. I was trying to make a joke and you just ruined it. This is for Carter. But anyways, and they have cheerleading, which I think competitive cheerleading is a sport. Ultimate frisbee is definitely a sport.
Oh, 100, bro.
Fencing is definitely a sport. Dodgeball is definitely a sport. Trampolining is definitely a sport because you can get tired trampolining.
Trampolining.
Pool.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Trampolining. Like what do you do?
It's on the list. I'm just following the list.
Is it like you can do the most flips in under 5 seconds of airtime?
I don't know, bro.
Guys, I'm going to state championships for what? Trampolining.
Okay, well this list is also saying baseball isn't a sport, so I'm just not even gonna.
What list are you looking at?
I don't know, Andrew. I don't know. Well, this other list says that boxing is the hardest sport, but I can agree with that. I think boxing is very hard. So, but I mean, I think this list, I can just read every sport on the list. So, boxing, ice hockey, football, basketball, baseball, wrestling, martial arts, tennis, gymnastics, baseball, softball, soccer, skiing, which I strongly agree with, water polo, underrated, rugby, lacrosse, rodeo, which is like wrestling a freaking a bull. That's lit. I've been to a rodeo. It's lit. Track and field, obviously. Field hockey, speed skating, figure skating, cycling, volleyball, racquetball or squash, surfing, fencing, skiing, handball, sprint like running, bobsledding, lunging, ski jumping, badminton, skiing, auto racing, track and field high jump, track and field long jump, track and running, track, swimming, skateboarding, rowing, more rowing, horse riding.
You know what I'm not hearing, Carter, on this list?
I'm not done yet. Water skiing, table tennis, weightlifting, canoeing, horse racing, golf, cheerleading, competitive cheerleading. It does say competitive. I don't even know what that word is. Archery, curling, bowling, shooting, billiards, fishing. Where is chess?
You know what I didn't hear also?
What?
F1.
Autosport. Auto racing.
Oh, I guess you're
F1
right.
is included in auto racing. Idiot.
Yeah, okay.
It's literally ranked 13 of the top 60 hardest sports. It is ranked 13.
Huh. Interesting.
The ones above it are rugby, water polo, skiing, soccer, baseball, softball, gymnastics, tennis, martial arts, wrestling, basketball, football, ice hockey, boxing, auto racing.
Interesting.
Where's chess though? Ayo, where's chess at? Ayo, where's chess at? No,
disrespecting my chess players.
I ain't hating to chess players, but like, y'all aren't athletes, bro. Y'all aren't athletes. But you know what I also don't see on there? Esports. To be fair,
bro, gaming is not a sport. Can we please get that?
I think it can be competitive. I don't think it's a sport.
Facts, bro. We go on COD lobbies and be competitive, but
you just see us on Battle, bro. We could have gone pro at Battlefront 2 back in our day.
Literally,
hop on
literally, we were so.
We still are. We still got it, bro. We still got it. But like, it's crazy just how some sports are so much more physically demanding than others. Because there's sports I would consider a sport. They're more on this list, like competitive Rubik's cubing. They have to memorize algorithms. They have to move their hands. They literally train their hand muscles to be so strong that they can just like do it for hours without getting
I don't
tired.
think it's a sport, but
Hey, watch the documentary. That's on Netflix. But like, it depends. There's many different sports, many other sports. Let us know in the comments. Personal opinion, final opinion. Chess isn't a sport. No hate to the chess players. I just don't think it's a sport personally. Anyways, we're gonna sign off and go hop on Battlefront 2.
That is exactly what we're gonna do.
So thank y'all so much for watching. Let us know. Okay, this may just be me, but like Andrew said, I will put up a poll. Let us know if you want us to cover the NBA stuff, and let us know if you want us to cover more like motorsport stuff, because it really, like, I'm being dead serious with y'all. It really is an interesting world.
Guys,
like when you get into it,
this was probably gonna happen.
Please watch Strive to Survive. I am literally holding you at gunpoint and watch Strive to Survive.
If Carter
Andrew still hasn't watched it,
Carter will put out a post about whether or not we should cover F1. And no matter what the results are, I could tell y'all to all go vote no. And we would end up still making a video over it.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm surprised I've held off this far because I know you want it.
Well, I'm fine with it. It's not that I don't want to. It's just I don't know a lot about it. So I wouldn't be a whole lot of help. You probably
I mean, anyways, y'all will see the poll probably what night is tonight? Tuesday night, because that's when we're recording it. And I'm literally doing the poll right now. But when you hear this episode, you'll understand what it's about. But so we'll just thank y'all for listening so much. Go follow the Instagram at TDT Podcast. We're low-key thinking of changing the name to just TDT. Let us know how you think about that.
Another poll on Instagram, by the way.
Another poll on Instagram. We have like 3 coming, by the way. Just y'all be ready for the rapid fire. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. We'll catch y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Yep. See ya.